Okay, everyone, welcome back. Hope you're having a happy Thursday. Um, in life, this is the Thursday note. In life, you always have to be ready for the uh, unexpected. Always the unexpected, unexpected, constantly. Expect the unexpected to degree that it becomes the expected. Okay, that's the that's the word for Thursday. Okay, the title of the video is Third Commandment, the sanctity of God's name and the power of speech. Words shape reality. They can build or destroy, heal or wound, elevate or diminish. Among all words, none carry greater weight than those connected to the divine. The third commandment addresses this power directly. You shall not take the name of the Lord your God in vain. It is a call to treat the sacred with reverence, to recognize that speech is never neutral, and to understand that how we use language, especially language related to God, has spiritual consequences far beyond the moment. Today we explore the principles, power, and effect of the third commandment, and why it is essential for personal integrity and the broader work of redemption. This teaching is universal for every person who speaks, makes promises, or seeks to live with greater alignment between inner values and outer expression. Rooted in the eternal Torah and illuminated by the insightful wisdom of Hasidic masters, we will discover that guarding the sanctity of God's name is a profound way to elevate speech itself and help bring more light into the world. Third commandment states, "You shall not take the name of the Lord in vain, for the Lord will not hold guiltless one who takes his name." Torah places extraordinary seriousness on the use of God's name. In its original context, this includes false oaths, frivolous vows, and any speech that treats the divine name as ordinary or manipulative. Yet the commandment reaches further. The Torah repeatedly emphasizes that words matter. Creation itself began with speech. Blessings and curses carry force. The way you speak about God, about truth, and about others reflects and shapes the condition of the soul. To take God's name in vain is to empty something sacred of its meaning, to use the highest reality for trivial, false, or self-serving purposes. By protecting the divine name, Torah protects the integrity of language itself. When the sacred is treated lightly, all speech becomes lighter, less trustworthy, and less capable of carrying truth. The third commandment is therefore not only about religious vocabulary, it is about cultivating a relationship with words that honors what is highest and preserves the possibility of genuine communication between the healer. So masters deep and the understanding of this commandment by focusing on the spiritual mechanics of speech. Thus shall be taught that every word before she speaks creates a spiritual reality. When speech is aligned, truth and reverence, it elevates, sparks, and draws down blessing. When speech is empty, false, or careless, especially when it involves the sacred, it creates concealment and spiritual residue. In Hasidic thought, the divine name represents the channel through which God's presence flows into the world. Use the name lightly to treat the channel itself as insignificant. The author Rebbe emphasized that refining speech is a central part of refining the soul. So, the first commandment one is to acknowledge God as the source, as the creator. The second commandment was to not uh, make for yourselves false gods, not be idols. The third one is to honor, to value the relationship. So it's not, and it's interesting since you pay for kind of both things in the first one, and the second one. The third one, you need you have to acknowledge, can't make for yourself your own, and then the third one is to to value the authentic relationship. The same mouth that can speak falsely or frivolously can also speak words of prayer, kindness, and truth. The work of the third commandment is to make speech a vessel. Modern life offers many subtle ways of taking the sacred in vain, using spiritual language to appear impressive, invoking God to communicate others, or speaking about ultimate matters without any inner seriousness. Hasidism invites a deeper honesty. Let our words about God, about truth, and about others be measured, sincere, and life giving. When speech is purified, it becomes a powerful instrument of redemption, helping to reveal divine presence rather than obscure it. Now, everything is it's in is is developmental stage. No matter how good you are at something, I guess you can always be better at it. And so depending on where you are on the spectrum, whatever it is that you're working on, whether you're an expert, whether you're beginning day one, whether you're somewhere in the middle, um, you don't, you strive to be better, but just because you're not, you're in circles, you're bearing the whole thing together, right? Some people try to uh, delegitimize others because at an expert level yet, but that's, I mean, like, this just doesn't make sense. Because you're not an expert at something doesn't mean that objectively is correct. Um, but it's more about the substance. Okay. The principles and power of the third commandment carry deep spiritual significance for every soul. It restores the integrity of language. The sacred is honored. All speech gains greater weight and trustworthiness. It cultivates inner honesty. Guarding the divine name trains the soul to align words with truth. It protects the relationship with God. Reverent speech keeps the channel of connection clear and respectful. It elevates everyday conversation. The discipline of careful speech spills over into how we speak about people in the world. It contributes to redemption. Speech that honors the sacred helps reveal divine presence and repairs the damage caused by false or empty words. How can we live this commandment in daily life? Speak of the sacred with care. When you mention God or ultimate truths, do so with sincerity rather than habit or performance. Honor your commitments. Let your yes be yes and your no be no. Avoid casual promises that you do not intend to keep. So here's the thing. Yeah, when you talk about something serious with a lot of gravity, a lot of consequence, right? You want to speak, kind of do it with care, right? Because it's important. Um, so with sincerity rather than habit. Performance. It's better to be present, say, speak with presence. Um, Okay, refine everyday speech, practice reducing exaggeration, gossip, and words that diminish others. Pause before speaking, especially in moments of emotion. Create a brief space to choose words that align with your higher values. Use speech to elevate. Look for opportunities to speak words of encouragement, truth, and blessing. Repair when needed. If you have spoken carelessly or falsely, acknowledge it and make amends. Third commandment calls us to treat speech as sacred by refusing to take God's name in vain, and by elevating the way we use words, we protect the integrity of our relationship with the divine and contribute to the healing of the world. This week, pay special attention to your speech. Choose one area, how you speak about God, how you make commitments, or how you talk about others, and practice greater care. Notice how this discipline begins to refine both your inner life and your relationships. Um, okay. If this teaching resonated with you, share in the comments. How are you working to make your speech more aligned with truth and righteousness? Like if these words brought clarity and inspiration to your heart, subscribe for inspirations of Torah and wisdom. May the life right time and turn on notifications. May your words be living vessels of light. May your speech honor what is sacred. May your refined language become a quiet force for connection and redemption. Until next time, speak with care, honor the name, uh, and honor the relationship, the source of life. That definitely goes on with everything else. I want to go to that party. Yeah, that's it. Me too. Um, so next time, speak with care, honor the name, and let your words help reveal the divine world. Be healthy, be happy, be blessed. Um, Thursday. Um, yeah. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for your support, and great rest of the day. See you again tomorrow.